I'm recording, so whenever you're ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
That should be fine.
Okay, yeah, that should be fine.
All right. I think we're good.
Yeah, we're good to
Are
go.
we in it?
Are you ready? I'm ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Something fun. Well, I was going to talk about this with you, but now that we have Allie, you get to join too. Allie, I don't think you know, but I checked my school's pet policy and we're allowed to have reptiles, so I'm getting a gecko for my suite.
I'm
Okay,
so
we
jealous.
did talk about this on an earlier episode, but yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like... Yeah, so it's going to be sick, but you have to feed it live insects.
Right.
And so they're supposed to come tomorrow. And I was heading out of the house with my mom, and she brings me this package which says like delicate or like perishable. And she's like, "Did you order something perishable?" And I just went wide eyed. I was like, "Oh fuck!" Like it came a day early, and so we have to. It's literally a bag of live insects. And you have to pour the bag into a container. It was like,
whoa, man! That's crazy.
I know.
That's crazy. You had to pour a bag into a container.
Hey, of live fucking insects. Okay, it's not.
Wait,
just
but
nothing.
do we already have said gecko, or are we waiting for the gecko?
Well, no, I haven't got. Why would I get the gecko before I got the food?
Well, the way you sounded it,
you get the gecko you get the gecko in the mail. You put it in the fridge. You stick it in the fridge until you're ready for it, and then when you.
I would not support animal abuse.
This isn't like a bee where you can just like get it really cold, make it pass out, and tie a string on it.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's not how that works.
You see, that's hilarious. People like try to catch bees or wasps or something like that. They catch it in like a small container, put it in the freezer, and like to get them semi-unconscious but not dead, they wrap a little piece of string around it so that when it wakes up and it warms up, you have like a bee on a leash.
I know.
As it flies
That's
around.
not a game that I would play.
It's not.
Fuck that.
No. Okay.
I would be terrified. But the insects are in the fridge. I mean, that is how it works. Like, I put the feeder insects in the fridge.
Oh, that was for the gecko. I thought that was for you.
Shut up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wait.
oh my god, there's
really
a siren
trying.
in the background.
I'm really sorry. It happens a lot around here. You
It
just have to
happens
do
a lot around there.
Yeah. South Bend is not exactly a safe.
Yeah, definitely. Me going to school in the city wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, you probably had no idea.
That's who asked.
Yeah. Same type of vibe.
The most inconsequential show on the internet. I'm Alex.
I'm Aaron, and we have a special guest.
I'm Allie.
Yes, Allie Archer. Big fan of the show, big supporter, has sent suggestions in. We're happy to have her as a guest.
Yeah, we've been waiting for this for a while. Allie, are you excited? What's going through your mind right now?
I'm really excited. I'm really happy to be here. I was actually listening to one of my favorite podcasts this morning, outside of yours. Obviously, you guys are number one.
Of course,
number two. Considering we're on a lockdown right now, it's like giving me some socialization that I haven't gotten since I live in a single now. So I'm here for it.
Oh, I didn't know you were in a single now.
Yes,
That's pretty
this
cool.
is a senior single, so it is massive, which is nice.
Wow.
Damn, I'm fucking jealous.
Look at you.
Basically, just don't fuck it up, or else we'll never have you on again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's happened before. We'll do it again.
Totally fucking joke.
Knowing me, I'm gonna fuck it up somehow, and you guys are gonna be like, "You're the fucking worst. We're not even gonna release this episode."
I think the people that fuck it up the most are us, and we're the ones that record it.
This is true. This is true. So far, you have a better track record than us.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
amazing!
congratulations.
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're already doing great. So let's just get into
But
it.
it's a slippery fucking slope.
I do, disclaimer, I don't know any of the topics they have prepared, so if I'm caught off guard, I'm seriously caught off guard.
That's definitely the point.
That's the vibe. We do that to each other.
Oh yeah, we do that all the time. You think we prepare for this?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's, I know, well, that's what I heard a lot in the last one. It's like, are we prepared or are we not prepared? And I honestly cannot tell whether or not you guys prepare shit for this or not, so.
I know, Allie's crazy. She thinks we're like recording a podcast right now.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Just wait until she hears what we have planned for episode 100.
Oh yeah.
All right, hit us with the first topic, Alex.
All right, here we go.
I do know the topics. I just don't know what order he chose. So, go.
Buffalo wings versus quote unquote boneless wings.
This is a heated topic in our friend group, and I am
topic
so
and
happy to be
debate
here.
topic and debate are strong terms because that implies that there's two sides to it, and there's not. There's a right answer, and then there's your answer.
If I got Allison on the phone right now, she would agree with me 100%.
All right, well, this is an Allison's podcast.
Is this
That's fair. This is all about
on the
me.
internet with Allison? No.
Listen, there's two. It's either people understand. All right. Well, I'm relatively neutral, but I do think that there are two people in this world. There are people that understand that boneless wings are chicken nuggets, and those who are stupid.
What's up with the quotation marks?
Because there's just no such thing as boneless wings.
When you remove the bone from the wing, it becomes a chicken nugget. I cannot be persuaded in any way, shape, or form into another way of thinking.
This is a legitimate science. I've done way more research than I think you're prepared for this, because it's all about the type of meat that is used for a chicken nugget versus a chicken wing.
Yeah.
A chicken nugget is like you take a whole bunch of the excess chicken meat and you put it in that little blender and then you deep fry it, and that's what's sold at McDonald's, right? The actual meat that comes from a chicken wing classifies it as a chicken wing whether there is bone or not. Now, I don't know what type of meat Buffalo Wild Wings uses, so I think whether it's a boneless wing or a chicken nugget strongly depends on which restaurant or chain you go to.
This sounds like exactly what a Chicken Nugget Sympathizer would say.
Yeah, this sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
This
2-1.
Let's look it up on the internet.
I'm telling you, there are legitimate boneless wings, and they are different from Chicky Nug Nugs. I'm just.
Let's be clear. I'm not against Chicky Nug Nugs. I love a good chicken nugget. Some chicken tenders.
No one can be against.
Of course. But
definition of a chicken nugget: a small boneless piece of chicken in batter. That's it.
So therefore, this is a all squares, all rectangles are squares, but not all squares are rectangles type situation.
You can't bring geometry into this. We were
what the fuck is a rectangle?
I am making
start over.
I don't even know what that is.
No. Don't come at me like this. So all boneless wings can be classified as a chicken nugget, but not all chicken nuggets are boneless wings. Do you catch my drift?
Well, okay, I do understand.
I catch your drift, but I totally 100% disagree.
I feel like chicken nuggets do have to be breaded.
Yes, but when you go to any restaurant and order quote unquote boneless wings, you don't get a deboned wing. You get what is essentially a chicken nugget because they deep fry it anyway. You were served chicken nuggets every time you ask for boneless wings. Right? When you go to a restaurant, they don't just give you a wing that's deboned, right?
No, but you're not wrong. But I'm saying that not all wings are battered. So if you get a boneless wing that is not battered, therefore it is not a chicken nugget.
Yes.
If it is not breaded, that is not a chicken nugget.
Have you ever had that happen to you?
I do agree with that. If it's not breaded, it's not a chicken nugget.
Yes, no, okay. I can agree with that. But the biggest thing of this discussion is that no place does that because that's weird. It's not only weird, but it's not good enough, so they have to batter it.
Does this mean we should call normal wings boned wings?
No,
do you want your wings boned?
Because it's natural for wings to have bones in them. That's just normal. Chickens having bones in that's normal.
Right.
I was really worried that was going to happen.
This is going to melt really well with the episode from before, the previous episode.
This is going to be really good content.
I'm so sorry.
But for those who don't know, Allie just has a hiccuping condition. Would you call it a condition?
I have no idea. Sure, call it a condition, whatever you want, because I don't even know what to call it anymore.
An obsession, really. It's obviously for attention. See, there she goes again.
It's a hiccuping. It's a problem. It's
definitely an issue.
This is not actually the podcast. This is an intervention for your hiccups.
Hey, I've gone to my doctors.
Forever. And they sound like that.
Anyway, but what's important here is boneless wings. I've gone places where they do so that because you just instead of battering it, you can like air fry it or something, which is not the same because air frying stuff
Speaking of air fryers, you're right.
So good.
Steve, have you seen air fryers on TikTok?
I have not seen air fryers on TikTok.
What TikTok are you on,
everything.
Aaron?
Food TikTok. It's awesome. But people,
It's food, right? It's not like living beings. You said everything.
everything on TikTok. Air frying my dick.
Damn, 2.9 million likes. It's crazy. Why can't I do this?
Mom, I'm getting an air fryer. No, but like I've seen air frying like a lot of things, like pancakes, pie. Basically, like there are people that go on TikTok and just like experiment with air frying everything. Because apparently they're like a godsend. And speaking of shit like this, I just used a rice cooker for the first time ever yesterday.
Aaron. And how did it turn out?
It was pretty good rice.
Did you? I need to make sure. Did you? What was your rice to water ratio like?
Well, actually, it's pretty good. You don't have to guess the ratios. There are lines in the rice cooker that says if you have this many cups of uncooked rice, you pour the water up to this line.
Does it say that, or does it just have lines that say 2, 3, 4, 5?
No, it tells you.
It's for white morons like you, Aaron. That's what that's for.
The fuck's your problem?
Thank you, Allie.
Fuck you.
There's a science to it for people that don't know, but clearly you're not ready for it, so maybe we'll just talk about it.
What did I do? Tell me. What the fuck's the problem?
There's an exact Asian science to cooking rice. It doesn't matter how you do it. Rice cooker, boiling pot, doesn't matter.
What's the science?
However much rice you put in, you don't even need to measure it. It doesn't matter. When you put in the rice, if you put your finger, it's called like the finger line method, whatever. If you put your finger on top of the rice, wherever the rice comes up to, put your finger on top of it, the first indent in your index finger, you fill the water up to that.
Here?
Yep.
All right, I'll do that next time.
Yep.
Sorry for not being Asian.
Yeah.
That's on me. Next time I'll be
That's
Asian.
really
It's a chronic condition
though.
affecting millions. Billions. See your doctor today if you're not Asian. This is a threat.
You know what they say? Make America Asian again.
I've heard them say that.
Yeah, me too. Have you been talking to them recently, Allie? Have you heard them say that?
Who?
Exactly.
All right, well, glad we brought Allie into this fucking episode. But
to finish up on wings.
Wait, last comment on the rice. My mom, we were making fried rice, and my mom read the recipe. She was like, "You need 4 cups of rice." And then after I cooked the rice, she was like, "Oh, I read it wrong. We need 4 cooked cups of rice." So guess what? We had like 8 times the amount of rice that we needed. Fucking ridiculous. Anyway,
Yeah.
That's a lot of rice.
it was a lot of fucking rice.
Wait, Alex, does it matter if it's like regular rice or like sticky rice or brown rice? Does that work for all rice?
It shouldn't matter unless like whatever you're cooking calls for a different ratio. Then it shouldn't matter.
There's a button on my rice cooker for white and brown rice. Not to segregate rice.
But you did. You just segregated your rice.
Welcome to the rice cast. This is the
Oh my god.
This is what we're talking about. Just rice and only rice.
Oh my god.
I can't imagine the tension in the room in whatever higher up corporate meeting, business meeting it was when they were explaining why the rice cooker needed a white rice setting and a brown rice setting. Like there was probably a really good reason, but I couldn't imagine the tensions in the room because they were definitely just meeting for that.
Yeah. So, could you explain to me again why you think we need to separate the whites and the browns?
He stands out like adjusting his tie. Like there's definitely a really good explanation for this, and he's just like turning through his notes like, no white rice, no white rice, no white rice.
All right. So,
Rough.
after coming back from that tangent, Allie.
Woo! That's a long one. Wait, are you learning
Jesus.
to cook in this quarantine? Is that why this is a thing? Like, have you been cooking?
A little bit. I've been
Okay.
baking.
Ooh,
Yeah,
baking.
I've had a lot of friends picking up baking.
I like baking way more than cooking because I'm such a perfectionist and everything has to be, and my mom has tried to like teach me how to cook, but she's one of those like, oh, throw just like a dash of that and a squirt of this and a sprinkle of that. And I'm like, well, I need measurement. She's like, that's not how this works. I'm like, it's exactly how it works. So I can't cook because she frustrates me too much.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You learn that kind of thing over time. Like if if the measurement was that important, then it would be given to you. If it's not that important, then I guess a dash is fine.
But well, for cooking it's not important. For baking, ratios are like what makes
baking
something...
it is. See, so when I got my wisdom teeth out,
a dash of flour.
well, when I got my wisdom
eggs.
teeth out,
Put some in there.
Surprisingly, for as much of a sweets person that I am, I couldn't look at ice cream. Like, I didn't want anything. Like, I wanted to be able to chew something. So I asked my mom to make me banana bread. And then, don't give me that shit, Alex. And then...
No, nothing.
She forgot to make it and went to the golf club instead. So she was like, you can figure it out. And I was like,
good parenting.
At that point, I wasn't taking any more pain meds because I'd gotten so sick from them. I was on strictly Advil. So little chipmunk me, I looked like the Gerber baby. And I was like in the kitchen looking like a toddler.
The Gerber baby Snapchats, yes.
I really did look like a Gerber baby. And so I was like, this will be fine.
Yeah, that's just real.
I made some dope ass banana bread, man. That was so good. And
banana bread, dude?
Thought,
from fucking work, dude? Sorry, continue.
It was good, dude. I enjoyed it. I was the one who was eating it. I ate like a whole loaf in like a day. My mom was like, are you okay? I was like, it's just exciting because it's like soft and I can eat it. I don't know.
Do you know the video I'm referencing, by the way?
Which one? What was the reference again?
The dude in his car where he's like, I just got banana bread from fucking work, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Great video.
I highly recommend looking that up. It's a great video.
That was like
quality content.
That was like a
Unlike
staple of my friend group for an entire year.
Okay, sorry, that was a very long tangent.
Back to wings. No, this is how podcasting works.
Yeah. I'm pretty over wings at this point.
I thought you were gonna say overweight, and I was like, right. where are we going now?
We've talked so much that I am now obese. I can't believe it.
Think of all your words and just internalized it, and I'm overweight now.
You're shit out words.
Fellas.
Enough about alphabet soup. What about alphabet shit?
Oh my god.
No.
What an insane idea.
No.
Okay.
Oh no. Okay, anyway.
I was trying to think like, no, we can't do worse than segregated rice. We can't do worse.
Oh, you know we can do worse. Come on. Just remember what happened last recording.
That one.
All right. Final words on wings. "Quote unquote
boneless wings
are
exist,
fine, but they shouldn't be referred to as boneless wings because
they can be referred to as boneless wings. There are such things as boneless wings. They're different from chicken nugs, so I rest my case. It's a legitimate thing.
All right, it sounds like we should just settle this on the adult playground. The time for words is past.
Yes.
I'll have my mom drive me. No, I'm sorry. I'll drive my mom, and my mom will fight your mom.
Okay. Honestly,
that would be a good ass fight.
I feel like Linda would show up with a golf club and just like
Whoa,
just
don't
go ham.
Mom.
All right,
let's move on.
All right, yeah, new topic. I'm excited to get nervous.
Oh no, wait,
psychology. Yeah, let's do psychology. Okay,
fine.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna go into a little psych thing, and this one is about love.
Oh. Come on.
I thought this would be funny to talk about with Allie.
Yeah, this is good. This is good topic choice. This is accurate.
So there is in psychology there are many like theories of intelligence and other things like that like we've talked about before, and there's also theories for love and like what psychologically the best or like best mixed together kind of love is.
Number one theory is no love for you, bitch.
Yep, that's the prevailing theory.
I don't get any, so like that's what I'm used to, so that's fine.
Perfect.
All right, we're not trying to air out your dirty laundry too much like that.
The real thing that we're trying to talk about is, I think this is Sternberg again. I don't really remember that.
Who gives a fuck?
I really don't care.
Who cares?
But it's called the triarchic theory of love. And it puts forward that there are essentially three main components to love. And you can imagine it in a triangle, and that each component of love is like in a vertice of the triangle. And whatever combination of these three things that you have or lack thereof, it's like where you end up on the triangle. And like there's different descriptions of that kind of love depending on where you are in the triangle in relation to the three components of love. And we'll talk about those components. The first component is intimacy, and it's just involving closeness, connectedness, bondness, like how close you are with your significant other. That's intimacy.
Yep.
Second one is passion, and that's involving like physical feelings and desires, physical attraction, romance, also like sexual attraction and things like that. It's like the fire under your ass and that love can bring.
That's
really,
fire
really put that
under
eloquently,
your ass?
Allie. That was really good, Allie.
He was like, I could tell that he was just bouncing around it, and I was just like, okay, so sex, right? That's what we're talking about. Okay, cool.
It's not just sex. It's like when it's like the passion for like romance and like wanting to do really nice things for your significant other,
like Valentine's Day shit,
and like being horny.
Also that.
All right.
The third component is decision/commitment, and it's the it involves exactly that. It's your like long-term commitment. It says decision commitment because like it's commitment in the short term that like you're deciding to like be with this person right now, and it's also commitment in the long term that you're committing to be with this person for a long time.
Lots of regrets on that one.
Oh my god.
You're doing this to yourself, let's be clear.
Honestly, but like you guys knew it was gonna happen.
Everyone has regrets.
Yeah.
I have regrets.
No, I knew this was exactly going to happen.
Yeah.
And depending, like, those are the three, like, it's intimacy, passion, and decision/commitment. And depending on how much, like, levels of each of those that you and your significant other have, you like end up in different spots on this hypothetical triangle. And there's like different things. We don't have to go through all of them, but it's like there is a lot, like, you have to have like a really, the ultimate kind of love in this definition is called consummate love, and it's like having a perfect balance between all three: intimacy, passion, and commitment. And it's like you're in the center of the triangle. You have a perfect balance of all three. But sometimes like you don't have the intimacy or commitment that you might want, and like that might be like an infatuated love, or you have companionate love where there's not a lot of intimacy but there's still like a lot of commitment and some romance. And like there's different things like that. Empty love, romantic love, things like that, where there's different levels of that. And just get us a little start on this conversation. What do you guys think about that? Do you think there's like, I don't know, truth to it, or do you think that's just a bunch of bullshit?
What do you think, Allie?
I'm gonna connect to the podcast I was watching. So the podcast I listen to, like, stupid religiously, is Call Her Daddy, and I know I'm probably gonna get for that, but not her episode this week, but her episode the week before was with Miley Cyrus, and I really, really liked it because
that's crazy, because we were gonna get Miley Cyrus on next week as well.
Dude, don't spoil it. We already recorded it.
That's my bad. Sorry.
Anyway,
sorry. Continue.
But she was talking about like how to get over breakups and stuff like that, and like for me that's like kind of key. Like that's, I think, the part I struggle most with stuff. And she was talking about how you have to like write down like what did they contribute to you and what did they take away from you, and if they took away more, then obviously it's toxic, you need to get out of it. And if they gave you more, then like you you need to look for in like the next relationship that you have. So I feel like there's definitely a truth to that, and I feel like it's very hard to like be in the center of that triangle, because I feel like those types of relationships are super rare, where you're on the same page about everything and everything's all like rainbows and butterflies. I do think that it can happen. I just think that at least at our stage in time, it can be kind of difficult. Like 20s are kind of a mishmash, but that's my personal opinion, my personal experiences. I haven't had wonderful relationships, so that also might be why I feel that way. So Aaron might have a very different perspective than mine.
No, I mean that's perfectly. I mean that makes a lot of sense. I also like we all have different experiences with this kind of thing, so we can all lend our
lol.
Shut up, dude. Shut up.
The subtext is perfect.
I definitely understand that like you have to really think about like what the other person's done for you and what you've done for them, and like weigh that. But I didn't know Miley Cyrus was such a love utilitarian.
Dude, you clearly haven't watched the YouTube video for Wrecking Ball.
Right.
I mean, she's so down to earth in that video.
I know. Like there's so much raw like intelligence and emotion in weighing exactly, like precisely mathematically how much you've done for one person and how much they've done for you. And
it's a tough thing to do to be retrospective like that. And like, I feel like a lot of people have a hard time thinking back on their own deficiencies and their own what they
100%.
lacked in the past, because a lot of people like to see themselves as like a very near perfect person, which is really unrealistic.
Right.
But it's really useful to like think back on like I think back on past relationships and I think about what I was done poorly, and I use those things to want to be things that I'm particularly good at in current or new relationships, whether those be friendships or romantic or family or something like that.
Yeah. That's really mature of you. I never do that.
That explains a lot.
Any relationship I've had, just throw it out the window. mentally just trashed, deleted, done.
Come into the relationship basically like an infant.
I like to
An actual infant.
Date number 1, change my diaper.
Date number 2, change my diaper.
I mean, like, I think it's difficult, like, in any relationship to, like, admit that, like, you did things wrong and where you could have improved. And I think depending how it ends and what the relationship was like, I'll say my very first boyfriend, I don't really look back at, like, what I could have done better because I feel as though I was a fairly good girlfriend.
I think that time that I shit on his chest was pretty justified.
I mean, you know, like he stood me up for a movie. I took a shit on his front porch. I mean,
okay, none of that happened.
Maybe lighting it on fire was a bit. No, that was good too.
But
he did only get me a rice cooker for my birthday, so I felt like that was justified.
Yeah, and then I shit in the rice cooker too. Maybe I have a bit of a shitting problem.
Yeah, you really do. Y'all need to figure out your bowel movement.
Oh no, we're projecting onto you. This is all you, not us.
Oh, it's all about
We're
me.
perfectly
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely difficult to, like, in any relationship to look back and be like, so where did it fall on me? And I think in my I can't even, we weren't official, so obviously I can't say it was like a type of relationship. And I think back on, like, things that I missed and, like, if I forced stuff or whatever, and, like, how I could misconceive things. And another thing that she said that I really liked was they can't just bring a plate to the table, so they can't just take from you. They also have to, like, bring something for you as well, which I really, really like.
Nice.
Gotta be
really
a
like that
potluck.
visual.
Right?
A 2-person potluck.
Yeah.
Got it.
But I just, like,
What does
I
that
don't
have to
know.
be 2-person?
I guess you're right. I don't mean to assume. It could just be
We're
one
not
person.
against polygamy. No, okay. Totally axing that down. 2-person potluck.
Oh, no.
Sorry to interrupt you, but no, that's
you're
actually like a really nice image to think about, and it's
I like
it's
that.
important.
Right?
That could actually help people.
Yeah, so that's,
Yeah,
but
I like that.
times are tough in quarantine when it comes to, like, relationships. So you just kind of live a fun single, I mean, at least personally, you just live a fun single life, and you physically run away from boys who walk your way. That's how I've been handling.
Yeah, that's what I do to all the boys that come up to me.
Yeah, walk
There you
away
go.
from.
Actually, I punch them in the face and then I run away so they can't follow me.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I thought you really
I like
brought
to-
all the boys to the yard with your milkshakes, though, guys. I thought that's what was happening over there.
That's more of an Alex thing, not me.
Yeah, I'm more the milkshake guy over here.
Yeah. He makes them, I
Amazing.
consume them.
Yeah. Wait a
Amazing.
minute.
Because if I consume them once he makes the milkshakes, if I then consume the milkshakes, then it prevents the boys from coming to the yard because it's gone.
Or
So they have nothing
a
to come
protection
to the yard
milkshake.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I'm imagining a couple that like has maximum commitment and nothing else. The only thing to do is meet twice a month to reassure that they're both fully committed, and then nothing else. They don't even talk to each other otherwise.
I mean, there was things for that, like for the different combinations, and only if you have like 100 and something and like a 0 and everything else. I believe that one was just like a platonic friendship. There's no intimacy
Yeah.
and there's no passion or anything like
That
that.
makes
So
sense.
it's the bare bones of a friendship.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
Okay.
I'm talking about two people. They meet up for 10 minutes. They're like, yeah, we're still committed. All right, cool. Bye. See you in 2 weeks. That's it.
Whew, I am
Then what would
way
even be
too
the point of that?
insecure for that.
Commitment.
That would just not work for me.
Clear my throat.
That wouldn't work for you, Allie?
I'm too insecure. Like, I need so much reassurance. Like, not that I'm psycho or jealous, but like, I just need reassurance. Like, I
What do you
feel
mean?
like
There's so much
I'm
reassurance there. It's like once every week or so. That's perfect.
She's
I
definitely
know,
not
I
psycho.
feel like I'm gonna be that girl. Like, if I ever am lucky enough to find someone to marry, like, I will like wake up in the middle of the night and like wake him up and be like, "Do you still like me?" Like, I feel I'm worried that that's how I'm gonna end up.
I've made that joke with other people, but Allie is probably one of the only people that I am 100% sure would actually do that, and
Yeah.
she's not joking right now.
Yeah, no doubt,
I'm
no
not.
doubt in my
Like,
mind.
that's the really
So, fellas,
sad part.
Snatch
Her
her
name is
up.
Allie. She goes to Notre Dame.
Yep.
Her address is
Her social security number is. Now you.
No, silly. I'm not releasing that. Slash, I don't have it.
I don't have a social
memorized.
security number.
no, you can't.
What?
You have.
I don't exist. What? I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not an illegal citizen.
No. If you were an illegal citizen, where do you think you'd be from, though?
Wink.
What'd you say?
If
If you were to be an illegal citizen, like, where would you say you were from?
I don't know. I'm trying
Hey
to
guys,
figure
I
out a
have
way
a really
to
fun
answer this.
sleepover topic.
I'm trying to figure out a way to answer this that's
Well, like,
funny
would
but
you-
also not offensive.
The moon.
Come on.
What do you mean? I'm sorry for all my moon people out there.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Apologize to all the moon truthers.
Moon cruisers. Amazing.
I mean, the
Okay,
moon is
sorry,
just a
anyway.
projection created by the government.
Have you ever been there? No.
Not personally.
Name one person that you know has been to the moon for a fact.
I don't know anyone personally.
Exactly.
That's what I thought.
We'll talk about that on another episode. But yeah, love. Cool.
Sucks.
I think we're good with that. Or do we want to? It's up to you.
No, yeah.
You want to just keep going? All right.
Yeah.
Next.
Wait, was Neil Armstrong the guy who rode the bikes or the guy who went to the moon?
Lance
Both. He did-
Armstrong.
He rode his
He
bike
rode
on the
bikes
moon.
on the moon?
Yeah, it was
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Have you not seen the
His-
pictures?
No, his name is Neil Lance Armstrong. That's the guy who rode the bike around the moon.
Around the moon.
Yeah.
Okay, word.
Got it. Yeah, it was actually a BMX race between him and the other astronauts.
He rode the first space bike. It was sick. No
Yeah, it
more
was-
spaceships, just bikes. Man-powered.
Yeah. I wonder how they
I
burn
feel like
oil
that's-
like on the moon like that.
I foresee Elon Musk doing something with that 100%. You should email him.
Well, you know, when you're in space, you don't have to worry about aerodynamics because there's no air.
Right.
So you can make anything shaped anything, and it will travel just the same.
I'm gonna make a chicken-shaped bike.
So, like, for example, you can make something that's like
A chicken?
fuck off, like a pancake that travels like flat side first, and that would travel the exact same as like something like torpedo shaped.
You're telling me my chicken idea was stupid, and then you came up with a pancake bike.
Way better
Are you gonna-
visualization.
Are you gonna have to factor in gravity into that though?
I mean,
The gravity is weak. It's the only
It's
force
very
that should be
weak.
acting on it all. But
there's
Yeah.
basically no, like, when you're traveling between things, there's no gravity that you have to worry about.
Centripetal
But, like,
Pancake.
you might have to worry about, like, it depends on how futuristic, because, like, if you have a system where you can just like take off no problem, then it doesn't, and then you don't have to worry about it. But like if you have to do like a rocket ship takeoff that's slow, then you do have to worry about it. All right.
I'm axing this right here.
Enough physics minor from me. Let's move on.
I'm
I'm a business major, so this is not my realm.
No, Allie, actually, this is your realm because this is the you-centered episode. Everything is going to revolve around you.
Ooh.
Both debates and call-outs. So we're just generally talking about bangs.
And
we're going straight into bangs.
Allie, what it do?
Tell us about your
For
interaction
anyone
with
that
bangs.
can't see Allie, which is everyone, she's currently hanging her head in shame.
Yes, okay. I'll tell my bang story. Fine, okay. So my senior year of high school, I thought it would be really fun to,
I'm sorry,
you know,
I don't remember asking. Wait.
You literally asked. You're a piece of shit. You
Don't
literally
even,
asked.
don't even come at me like that. You already called me out. I'm trying to give you my story, okay?
All right, so on to shit that I actually care about. What do we have? No, I'm just kidding. Tell us about bangs. I want to hear the perspective from someone who had them.
So my senior year of high school, I wanted to do something to my hair, but I didn't want to dye it because I've worked really hard to like keep it healthy, and like bleach and stuff like that just destroys it, and my hair is already extremely thin. So I'm also someone who, like, I brush my hair in the morning and that's it. Like, I obviously, like, I shower, one would hope, right? And and then I brush it and then I leave. I go to class. Like, I don't like to style it. I don't like putting in effort. As you can see, it's in a bun right now, if anyone's watching the YouTube video. But I thought, for whatever reason...
There's not going to be a video of this.
For whatever reason, I thought bangs would be less work. And I'd be able to, like, wear my hair in a ponytail more often, and you wouldn't have to do anything to it. Turns out I was dramatically wrong. Just horribly wrong.
Yeah, the one thing when I think about when I hear low maintenance is bangs.
Yeah, exactly.
That's definitely what comes to mind for me.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, I have no fucking idea.
So I wanted to change. I wanted to keep it fresh, keep it cool. I was turning 18. I was like, what can I do? Like rebel without rebelling. And my mom's like, I don't think you should do it. And so, of course, in my 18-year-old brain, I was like, well, fuck yeah, I'm doing it now. And yeah, worst thing a mom could say to a daughter is, I don't think that's a good idea. Because in my head, that's like, oh, that means it's the best idea.
Yeah, you know what she should have done? Lied.
She
should have been like, that's a great idea. It'll be like, shut up, Mom. I don't listen to you.
So, I got them, and honestly, at first, like, the very first day, and that's it, that I had them, they looked good, because, like, the woman who does my hair has been the same woman who's done it since I was 4. Literally, fuck you guys, okay? At least
I'm sorry. I wasn't gonna say anything, and Aaron looked at me funny.
I saw his look. Even Aaron doesn't agree, clearly, which is fine. I personally thought they're gone now, so it doesn't matter. Obviously, you don't agree. So you don't agree either. But anyway,
I cannot confirm nor deny any bang-related statements.
I thought they looked fine the very first day, but then once it got turned over to me and taking care of them, shit hit the fan. They looked terrible. I mean, it parted weird. They were greasy and gross. It was mayhem. And then getting them trimmed was even worse. My dad called me Snuffleupagus at one point, and
all-time low. All-time low.
I really wish that was my all-time low, but it wasn't. And then I just kind of had to keep trimming them. And honestly, the saving grace was that I was so busy with riding that my head, like, I was wearing a helmet probably 80% of my time. And if it wasn't in a helmet, another 10% of the time, it was in a baseball hat. Still like 10% exposure, which was like at high school, but I barely, other than like you guys and Allison and like a few other people, there's like no one else I talked to from high school. So then I tragically had them for my prom pictures, which I like to call myself a smaller looking Dolly Parton without the boobs. Because my hair was
the prom pictures look good.
Really?
That's a good analogy, though. That's a good analogy. Jesus.
I just felt like my hair was like so big, and it's always been so like flat and straight. And I would just felt like it was like a southern like belle type deal. And I was like, I feel like it just doesn't match. So it was just a lot, in my opinion.
Right.
Too bad you morons didn't pick up on any of the hints and ask me, because then prom would have been so much more fun. Calling you guys out on that.
We had our own goofy problems to be dealing with. I want to say that I'm sorry, but I'm only kind of sorry.
I'm not going to shoulder responsibility for that one fully. But
I'm just going to call you guys out because I never really directly did, and I've been meaning to, so I thought now would be a good time.
Don't do this on the podcast.
One, you have. Let's get that out of the way.
I have? I don't remember.
We've talked about this at least 5 times.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway,
moving swiftly on. I won't. Oh, okay. You got more. Continue.
Well, yeah. Well, then I call my bangs phase the phase that I don't talk about anymore. Like, it's gross. There's like no evidence of it on my Instagram anymore.
What a long name for a phase. Just call it the bangs phase. It conveys everything up front.
Yeah, people already know you don't want to talk about bangs.
We just don't talk about it. It's just, it didn't happen. It's a time period of my life that I just don't really know what was going on, and it was mayhem. And then what I ended up having to do was chop off all my hair, because then it was growing out and it looked disgusting, because I had like these small pieces like right here, like right to my eyebrow, and then the rest of it was like all the way down to like here, and it just looked disgusting. So I chopped off all my hair, and here we are. And I'll never get bangs.
I mean,
again.
It's a noble sacrifice to get rid of your bangs.
Yeah.
It was a necessary evil. I only had them for 3 months. After 3 months, that's when I decided
No, so correct me if I'm wrong, Alex, but I believe since we would drive home from school, basically every day, like the first day we got in the car, after you got your bangs, we got him, we're like, you see Ollie today? Yeah. Bangs look bad? Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you said it.
Okay. This isn't. Let's. I want to clear the air at least a little bit. We were honest with you about it as soon as we were able to be, and also this is just our bangs related a single bang, our bangs related opinion, just in general. We at least for myself, I think that almost nobody is good enough to pull off bangs. I can think off the top of my head of maybe 5 people that I know or have seen that are like that like even in my head it's like, oh, that's actually not bad, or those bangs actually look good.
Bangs
but that's not worth it for the hundreds of other people like people I've seen or like people that I know that just have the worst looking bangs.
No, I agree. And I was trying to go for like that. I think it was Selena Gomez was the picture. Like it was like I didn't want like a straight line, which is what they ended up being. Like I wanted it to look more like natural and kind of like shaggy-ish, and it just didn't come out how I really.
Like a fuck me up fam sort of thing.
Yeah, it just.
I was thinking like Shaggy, like from Scooby Doo.
I want to look just like Shaggy.
Oh man, I wish I was high as Shaggy right now. This is just destructive to my soul. But I mean,
no. We need to acknowledge our faults from the past so that we can move forward and be better.
Let's dig deeper.
No.
What was I gonna say? For me, bangs are like basically specifically for Zooey Deschanel, and just she can have them, and just everyone else should probably steer clear.
That honestly, that's really fair. I don't know. I think it was a necessary evil. Like I needed to do it to know not to do it again, and that it's not something that I actually wanted, and I was just trying to be like rebelling against. Because like I'm like one of those kids. Like I want to rebel against my parents, but I'm also terrified of the consequences of rebelling against my parents. So in a way of like rebelling, I fucked myself over by making myself look hideous for like a good year. But it's fine.
It wasn't that, like, we're joking around about it, but it wasn't hideous. It wasn't that bad. If it was that bad, we would have told you straight up.
By the end of it looked really bad.
It wasn't better than the hair before or your hair now. But if it was ugly hideous, we would have let you know.
If it was unlivable, we would have said something.
That's fair. Yeah, I feel like if it were like bad enough that you guys were like, oh no, you would have been like, dude, wear a hat for like ever. I do trust that you guys would have been honest with me.
I think we deserve some points for holding our tongues the entire time that you had bangs.
Yeah, I am. I'm surprised that more people didn't look at me like, what the fuck? Like, I remember walking into Macro the next morning and people being like, oh my god, they look so good. And I was like, ooh, hype
that is pure code for those don't look good.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay, but like I vividly remember like one of the first people to be like, oh my god, those look so good was Max Maslow, and to this day I don't know why, but I was just like, why? And like I think
Alan
back
has
at
no
it,
reservations
and I'm like,
about saying people's names.
I know, which we should have said before, but it's fine. I feel like it's not a big deal.
No, who cares? Max Maslow's never gonna fucking listen to this.
Let's put it on the
record. I don't know. We often try not to say people's names just because, like, I don't know, it's weird. But like, I personally literally don't care.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing I wanted to say was,
like, I just remember him saying it. Like it's like literally nothing negative or positive in any way. It's like just a general statement. For whatever reason, he's like one of the people that I remember saying it. And like, but I still am just like, I don't know. I'm so curious to know what people actually thought now that like we're gone from high school and whatever. So like, if anyone from high school is listening to this by any chance, please tell me, because I'm just so curious as to if people thought that they were nice or not. You can email the podcast and we'll
forward it to Allie, whoaskedcast@gmail.com to make fun of Allie's bangs.
Yes, there you go. I gave you the plug option. You're welcome.
Thank you, Allie.
Yeah, I'm totally sure people will do that. 100%.
The other thing I wanted to say though was that I don't want to just be like blanket statementing like oh, bangs are ugly and nobody should have them except for a few people. It's more it's more
I mean, like,
from everyone that I've ever talked to who's had bangs, I've never had a friend who had bangs and then got rid of them and were happy that they had them. Like almost everyone that I've known that has had bangs hated them, and so they got rid of them.
I honestly think,
and so like it's like for your own good.
Yeah, there was someone in the grade below us that I remember when she got bangs, I was like, she looks amazing, and I think that was part of the reason why. Is I was like, could I pull it off? And I was like really curious because she looked really, really good. Yeah, I couldn't, and that's fine.
You just weren't good looking enough for it.
No,
right?
It's just not. It's fine.
I'm not being serious. To be clear.
So fun.
That's mean.
I wasn't
Alright,
ready
cool.
for that one.
Now
Really
that
wasn't.
we've properly roasted Allie twice, actually 3 times.
Are you gonna
let's
roast me
move on
again?
into our last thing. No more roasting really. This is just
You want to
a
keep going?
general free for all. I think we'll be fine.
All right, word.
We'll do this like what, 5-6 minutes. Should be fine.
Sure.
Aaron, you have a would you rather?
Yeah, I do. Would you rather?
Ooh,
This
I'm
was just a
excited.
goofy one to throw into the mix, just to spice it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, would you rather be normal, everything's normal, or
Okay.
be bulletproof, but also deadly afraid of the number 4?
But deadly afraid of what? Sorry, you cut out.
The number 4, like deathly afraid of the number 4, but you're bulletproof. Well, tell us about it. Allie. What are your first reactions?
I think that's a really interesting proposition.
Cool, Aaron. What are your first reactions?
Oh wow. Okay.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Wow. Just like
No.
slapped in the fucking face. Okay. Aaron, continue. Sorry.
Absolutely not, Allie. You must continue.
I thought you were gonna ask me what my first reaction.
I think it's interesting, but I don't know. I like think of Criminal Minds when I think of bulletproof. I don't know why. So like I guess if I were bulletproof, I'd want to like go into like FBI type work because I do find that super interesting. But I don't know. I that's a weird one. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like it's not very high stakes. Like
I think it's pretty high stakes. I think
I just feel
What's
I
all
don't
this
know.
talk about steak?
I'm hungry. Wait a minute. Do you think you can live with the irrational, deathly fear of the number 4?
See, like that's what I don't know. That's like what I'm trying to like sit with in my brain is like, could I live being terrified of 4?
Think about how useful you could be to the military.
Oh yeah.
And you just have to be like, all right, if I'm going to work for the military, we must eradicate the number after 3.
What's that number? Yeah. What for? For what? Oh,
You know the number. I don't have to say it out loud. You know it comes after 3. Think about it.
know.
It'll be like 10 years from now, it'll be like, here's why the number 4 doesn't exist in the military. Like YouTube videos.
like conspiracy stuff.
I think it could work.
I feel like with great struggle it can work, because when I think deathly afraid of the number 4, the first thing, like if I'm walking to the dining room and it's just like there's the dining room table with 1 2 3 4 legs, and then it's just like, oh, but there's a stool there, that makes 5. Okay, that's fine. Like,
Well, like, see, that's-
as long as I can throw something in the mix every time to just make it not 4, I feel like it'd be really cool to be bulletproof.
I think it'd be really cool to be bulletproof, but I feel like just being deathly afraid of 4, like, is it just seeing it? Is it hearing it? Is it thinking it? Like,
That's a
how
good question.
I feel like there's not a lot of parameters on just like being deathly afraid of 4. So like if I see 4 table legs, like, but I don't think 4, am I still gonna be okay? Like, I need to know these things.
Let's narrow it down. How about the literal number, like if you see the written number 4, that's bad. If you hear someone say 4, that's bad. But other than that, I feel like that would be manageable.
So it's like seeing groups of 4 doesn't.
Yeah, like seeing groups of 4, unless it's explicitly pointed out to count it,
That's 4.
would be fine.
Right.
Yeah. So
I think
Then
it
I'd
would
probably
work for
pick
you, 'cause if you're
bulletproof and be deathly afraid of 4. I'd want to be
You
bulletproof.
take it.
Oh heck
The
yeah.
only problem is like, even though like psychology isn't like that side, like it's still science and there are numbers.
yeah.
So like we couldn't avoid the number. Like it just is impossible.
No,
what hap-
but
like-
like
What does it mean to like be deathly afraid of number 4? What happens?
I don't know.
when
Would
see
you
it?
rather? We have to answer the
I
question.
know, but like the point
you're
is
the one
to
who brought
discuss
this up,
it. I don't
Aaron.
know.
You're the one
I
who
don't
needs
have
to
all the
answer that.
answers.
You're the one who's supposed to have them.
How about do you think this would work? Do you think if like in case of emergency, like break glass kind of thing, I have 5 jelly beans in my pocket at all times, and so I can or even just like a cardboard cutout of the number 5, and like I see 4 and I start freaking out, I just know to go into my jacket pocket and be like 5, we're good, put it away.
Is that how?
Yeah, I
easy
feel
it is?
like
I feel like it needs to be like.
I feel like if there's coping mechanisms, I feel like if you can figure out ways to like cope, like Alex is saying, it could be completely feasible to live with that fear. Like people have like arachnophobias, like all sorts of phobias, like deathly fears of a lot of things. So I feel as though that this could just be one of like another phobia that you just kind of have to adjust your life and live with. And then
No,
you
I
could
feel
also
like the
just
stakes
be
gotta be
bulletproof.
higher.
I
I feel like the stakes have to be higher. I feel like it's like when you see the number 4, you have a seizure.
you have a full blown panic
Okay,
attack.
so it's gone from
Yeah.
like
You
deathly
die.
afraid to like completely just like dropping dead. Okay, cool.
Well, no, you don't. You don't die from like. Not everyone who has a seizure dies. Far from it.
I can imagine how useful you'd be to the military, but also how much of a detriment you'd be. You're like on an elite strike team in like another country. You're captured by the enemy and they start torturing you. Like where are the codes? They're like, I'll never tell. They're like, all right, like see you in hell. They start shooting you and nothing happens. Like, we have other ways of making people like you talk. So just
They just walk up to you. They just like hold on to the number 4.
no. They start counting with their fingers like 1, 2. No. I swear I will shoot me again. Shoot me again. It's like 2. No, I swear I don't know anything. 3. All right, fine. I'll tell you everything.
Yeah, but there's no way they would know that you're afraid of that. Like that's classified
I
information.
don't know. What if it's like a supervillain situation? They know your weakness. It's like your kryptonite.
All right, someone who's bulletproof and who's afraid of the number 4 is not a superhero.
Oh yeah, prove it.
No.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Damn. He drove a hard bargain.
So which one would you pick, Allie?
Huh?
Which one would you pick?
Probably deathly afraid of the number 4 and being bulletproof. I want to be bulletproof.
Bold.
Because hopefully, like, does this also make my feelings bulletproof? Because I would really love that.
That is a metaphorical comparison. I'm gonna say no.
There's no figurative bulletproof here.
I'll still pick bulletproof. Because I can just say I'm
how
bulletproof.
often do you get shot
You can't
at?
hurt me.
How often do you get shot at?
I haven't ever been shot at, but I think it'd just be
That
cool
you
to
know
test
of.
it. Yeah, that I know of at least.
Yeah, I would I would probably go normal because I feel I could cope with
Normal
like
is
being
just
afraid of the number
boring.
4, but like I
These
could
are-
also like go to therapy and stuff and just kind of get over this
No.
This issue?
It doesn't
No?
work
There's
like that.
nothing-
No, I should
wrong
only
with
do
some
unhealthy
therapy.
coping mechanisms like avoidance.
No, there's no coping with this fear.
There's none at all.
No, that would take away from the would you rather.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'd be normal, I guess, because I don't get shot at enough to want to be bulletproof.
Yeah.
You just go into a profession that you get
so
shot
yeah, it's nothing
at. You
crazy.
get shot at.
But
Yeah, Haverford can be dangerous.
if you're bulletproof, you can go get a sandwich at night and not worry about it.
Oh, I'm gonna do that anyway, whether I'm bulletproof or not.
But you don't have
Traveling
to worry
groups,
about, like-
guys. Buddy system.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. If you're bulletproof, you just like wrap yourself around someone.
Yeah,
You could save a lot of
you can make the
lives.
normal person bulletproof.
Wait, can you like skin graft? Do you think?
Whoa. Okay. You're asking if we can skin graft, but we can't just do basic therapy.
That's stupid.
That's stupid. But peeling off my skin is fine,
Yes,
even if it's scientific.
because that's just the fun result of having chosen something before would you rather. Doing therapy is a way to get around the obstacle of the would you rather.
You hear this?
I don't.
Am I wrong?
Are you just
This
shitting
is
on therapy?
boneless chicken wing talk to me.
No, I'm just saying that like being able to go to therapy and get over your fear of the number 4 is a way of like getting around the bad part of the would you rather.
I don't think that Alex is saying that you get over it. You just like have coping mechanisms. Like it's something that you manage your whole life. Like phobias aren't something that you like. At least personally, I don't know for a fact.
Yeah, we're the experts. You're
Yeah,
not.
you guys are the
You can peel your
psychiatrists,
skin
so
off.
I don't know why you're asking. But I would presume that it's not, phobias aren't necessarily something that you get over, but something that you manage throughout your life. So I would assume that you can at least manage it in some capacity, and that you wouldn't just have to like live with like this death-defying fear. And obviously, certain situations are gonna be worse than others. I don't know. I'd risk it because then I'd get a really cool job with the FBI or something, like I said before. So it opens up your options to doing different jobs, in my opinion. So like that could like open up opportunities to being in different places and other opportunities otherwise that you could do. So I don't know.
I agree. I'm gonna go bulletproof too because
Ooh, I
'cause fuck
swayed
it.
him.
I'm not.
Wow.
I'll just bring my friends into my backyard and be like, shoot me in the face. Shoot me square in the face. And they're like, people who don't own bulletproof. They'll be like, what do you mean? You want me to kill you? Just do it. Just do it already.
I'd like stop being friends with those people immediately if you actually convince them to shoot you in the face.
Exactly, it's a test. Stop being such a bitch and just shoot me in the face.
Oh dear.
What an insane way to test your friendship with people. What an insane way to test the commitment levels of your triarchic theory of love, the boneless wings, the bangs. A singular bang.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It's crazy. So if you're bulletproof, don't ever do that.
I won't lie, when you, not to go off topic, but when you originally said, I only heard bang, and I thought you meant like bang energy drinks, and I was like, why are we about to start talking about an energy drink? And then I connected to the fact that you meant bangs is in the hair. That took me a moment earlier, I will not lie.
And I think we're gonna call time.
All right, yeah, we'll call it there. Thank you, Allie, so much for joining us on the podcast.
Oh my gosh, no, thank you for having me. I had a lot of fun. I am a little bit upset though because we didn't record at night, so we couldn't do the Troy Not Bed in the Morning night situation. But it's fine, whatever.
Hey, maybe we'll do it next time.
Yeah, totally. Let's try and get copyright strike next time. So yeah, hopefully we'll have you on more times in the future. This was awesome. Thank everyone else for listening. Shut the fuck up.
Rude.
This was awesome. Thank you everyone else for listening. Now we have to run through our tags. TikTok, Instagram, Twitter.
You don't even do anything on your TikTok. I'm just curious.
We post TikToks on our TikTok.
We
Wait,
clip the show.
actually?
We don't post like TikToks. We clip the show
renegade.
and then
yeah,
we could.
Oh.
we could renegade.
If we get enough emails to tell us to renegade, we're gonna renegade.
I want y'all to
1
start
billion
posting
likes.
legitimate TikToks. I want y'all to start posting legitimate TikToks. I will hype y'all up. Please do it. Please.
All right, 1 billion likes and we'll post the TikTok dance. Anyway, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at whoaskedcast. Website whoaskedpodcast.podbean.com. YouTube channel whoasked ? Go subscribe.
And our email if you have any topics, anything you want us to talk about, would you rather's, unpopular opinions,
Community.
lists, psych stuff, anything, advice.
Community.
What?
Community.
Keep saying community.
You still haven't ranked the top 10 episodes yet. I'm waiting for it.
Very niche idea. We'll probably do that. You can email us at whoaskedcast@gmail.com. Also, if you want to make fun of Allie's bangs, whoaskedcast@gmail.com.
I will
Okay,
I will sacrifice myself, and for this episode, I'll even send y'all a picture of my bangs, and everyone can judge if they really want.
Let's go.
Yes.
Okay, Allie, send us off with one word or phrase.
I don't know.
Pick just whatever you want.
This is a lot of pressure. I don't like this.
You're really
Just one word or phrase. Come on.
Oh, dang, I thought I was gonna hiccup, but I didn't. I don't know.
All right, you took too
All right,
long.
yeah, that was good. That was a good phrase. All right, we're done.